Hi. It's I think your mic is muted, by the way.
Oh. Hey, my microphone is working this time. How's it going, everybody? Name's Asbiel, Guildmaster of the Guild of Legends. I feel like I've said all this just a moment ago. Located in the heart of the multiverse, and we're in Project Zomboid with friends and mods. And we're going to try to figure this out.
Yeah. So we're starting on this house. I have no idea where we are. If you hit M, you actually have a map. A map that works. And you also have a mini-map on the bottom right.
Yeah, and if you hold Q, you have a little interaction menu.
Yeah, also if you just tap Q, you yell out.
Anyways, I brought some stuff that I already put away. Some extra food.
Some duct tape. A hammer.
Alright, I had to take a second there to clean my mouse because I think something is making it not quite work properly. I found some things that I feel like are useful to me.
Yeah. That would have been great if one of us found a backpack.
Oh, get dunked on.
My backpack seems like it'd probably be useful. Where am I?
I know we just started, but I have to pee real bad.
How dare you?
Well, then go in the bathroom. Don't just stand out here and do it.
Fine.
I'll sleep right here.
What?
So one thing to note. We do need to sleep in the server. You will get tired.
Neat. That's not what I wanted to do. It's not what I was trying to click on at all. You want some saucepans with water?
Majority of the mods here are quality of life or like small graphic enhancements of the character mod.
You want a bowl or a couple mugs of water?
I have a thermos of water.
Crazy. It's like that in this game. I can have just a bowl of water like in my pocket, and it's fine.
Yeah. You know, I just don't think about it too hard.
Calm down.
If I recall the settings correctly, I think we have about a month before utilities turn off.
Alright, well, now what? How do you play this game?
Well, we can either wait for her to come back or we can, you know, sleep her in the bathroom.
I stopped taking steps to rotate. And I'm just kind of sliding in circles.
Oh yeah, so that does happen, huh? So, got this fan. Lock.
Of course, someone as punk rock looking as this character has a black van. I just realized that I've got some dirty bandages on here. Let me see if I can resolve that real quick. It may be that I have some lacerations right out the gate.
Hmm. Did you perhaps try and min-max your character a little bit there?
No, I just kind of hit random a few times and then went with it.
Ah, I see. Well, Vanny started off with a broken leg.
Yeah.
Neat.
Because she min-maxed.
Just a little bit.
Yeah? Just a little.
Yeah. Bunk.
So this Ven has no access. Oh shit, another one. I think we're gonna be doing most of the heavy lifting until Vanny doesn't have a broken leg.
Yeah.
Which might take a little while.
Don't mind me, just a nervous wreck over here. What's
This
that?
be a reoccurring thing with your characters.
It's some sort of trash.
Yeah, if you do your search mode, you can sometimes that'll reveal shit.
I don't remember how this game works.
There's a map here that you can it's annotated. You'll find some like emergent gameplay out of it.
You're an emergent gameplay.
If you right click, they'll mark them on your actual map too.
Neat, it's so far away.
Oh, there's good stuff in here.
Sure.
Just let the boys handle that. That's fine.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, disappeared. Oh, that wasn't too bad. There's another leather jacket on this person. Or whoever would like that.
Yeah.
Well, you reminded me of Millie.
Alright, so what's this about this place? This car? What's the deal? Oh shit.
There's stuff in the trunk.
I would grab any of it if I had carry capacity.
Go ahead, grab these gas cans. Oh, game?
Garbage.
Please? Okay, game is fine. Good for you. Can you also carry the plastic bag at the same time?
Yeah?
Ah.
I thiefed it. Oh no, this means that we can't fit into two-seater cars. Unless it's just the two of you. You just gotta leave me behind.
Let me just solve this
You
problem
do have
real
a
quick.
broken leg.
Yeah.
Ah, how do
We
I get
can't
over
bump
here?
into each other, by the way. But be careful.
You just...
It's a garbage bag. Garbage.
Speaking of garbage, there's a garbage bin. There might be... No, nothing useful. Just a garbage bag.
Whoa. Garbage bags actually are useful because they're required to make rain collecting barrels.
Ah, who needs them?
We will. After 30 days.
Yeah.
Almond milk, for whoever wants that.
Excuse me, ma'am? This is my house now. I'm gonna need you to stop doing pretty much anything. What are you doing?
I was letting our guests in.
I cannot hit this person.
This maniac over here.
Oh, there's a steak in the freezer.
That makes it all worth it. For your information, you should keep either a pencil or some form of pen in your inventory, because that allows you to annotate your own map.
Yeah.
Ah, who needs them?
I guess you don't need it, but it is helpful.
Helps keep the cursor about an inch away from the target.
What was it?
Someone in my chat was telling me it helps to keep the cursor about an inch away from the target.
I just have in the settings so that everything glows when I'm hovered over it. Became a lot easier to see what I was gonna hit.
Look what I found as a weapon. Whack.
Character is very tired. Because he was in here for a good 5 hours before everyone else.
I need a little bit of food.
Well, there's a lot of food in the shelves, so... I'm gonna eat these chips. There's a few of them out here in the front yard.
I thought I was going to be able to just eat avocado oil.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, probably. Dry cereal.
We have friends at the front door.
Yeah, right.
Well, alright then.
Do you want a
visitor at the back
handful?
door. There's like 2 of them.
Oh, we could do some grilling out here. Ah, my hat! So basically, the thing is, I didn't realize that was a zombie getting me. Fortunately, I'm just scratched and bleeding.
Oh, a credit card. Time to commit fraud.
Oh,
I don't think it'll matter anymore.
Your hat's on the floor, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that.
Oh. Aviator glasses.
Hey, hold on. Excuse you? I will murder you for that.
Do we have another guest? Yeah, we have another guest at the front door.
Well, he can wait his turn. Or you can just let him in when you have a broken leg.
Yeah, I got it. I can be a good host too.
Well, let's sleep here for the night, real quick. I think there's enough. Sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there
like 2 singles and a queen for the both of you.
Just assumes.
Yeah. Listen, I might be your wife, but I'm definitely not the favorite.
Uh,
Feels bad, man.
I'm carrying too much stuff. It's all these useful things I'm carrying.
Hey! Stop hecking and locking me in. Oh,
What's this place? Actually,
hang on. I forgot that they have to be in my main inventory.
You right there, S?
I was just cleaning some bandages. What's going on over here?
A trade deal. Nice.
Can I sleep in the bathroom?
You can sleep on the floor if you wanted to.
Well, how do I sleep?
You just right-click that bed.
Experiencing too much pain to sleep.
Painkillers.
I have no such thing.
Man, that's a shame. Because unfortunately, I'm passed the fuck out.
Nope, no painkillers or sleeping tablets in here, so...
Vector Spaceman is now following.
You were following before? Jeez.
Do good. I'm guessing you're a smoker by stress and depression. I mean, seems like that would kind of go hand in hand. What even are my perks here? Oh, I suffer from nightmares more often than others. That's cool.
Oh, we do have the dynamic traits mod, so you may gain or lose stats.
Ah, interesting.
For example, if you were to say work out fairly frequently, eventually you would get fit. Continue that, and eventually you get athletic.
Huh. Well, yeah, I continue to be in pain, so...
Like, if you're very unhealthy, like with a lot of bad traits, you'll have a chance of gaining more bad traits. A real fun combination is getting obese and then unfit, and then developing asthma. That's fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot. A lot to deal with.
How's your how's your pain going?
You know, aching. The usual. Figure, you know, maybe I'll just do some chores. Boil some water, that sort of thing. You wanna calm down up there?
No. Heck you.
Disinfecting those rags will actually give you sterilized rags.
Yeah. That is the plan. Oops. I always want to hit escape to close things.
Yep, I know what you mean. So I did the same thing still.
Are you sassing me?
Yes.
Fair enough, I guess.
Not played with dynamic traits sounds fun. This is my first time playing with any mods at all, so really just kind of seeing how it goes. And that leg looks like it's really an issue.
It is.
Well, I'm less stressed now. I've read a magazine, some newspapers, done a couple word searches.
It's
We
like-
also have faster book reading if you just, like, sit down.
Mm. We're sitting in our little reading circle.
Book club. What I can't believe is, Asa is not wearing this leather jacket here on the floor.
I didn't know there was a leather jacket on the floor.
With the aesthetics.
Need to get the, bomber jacket.
Nice.
Is your, character, like, ridiculously tired or anything yet?
Mostly just in pain and depressed.
Huh. I know what a cherry will.
Hold on 1 second. I'm disinfecting a thing. Well, I'm well fed now, so that's cool. I'm getting a tad weepy.
Let's calm down and watch some TV.
Man, I don't know what it is, but I get that this would be an upsetting time. But just gameplay-wise, the fact that I can't stop being unhappy is really rough. Like, I get rid of it and it lasts for like a second.
Yeah. That might have to do with a bug in the dynamic traits.
You gotta look fancy for your zombie survival. Absolutely. Whoops. Didn't want to close. What was that? I didn't know I could do that. Neat.
You can see Vanny's over there doing sit-ups.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter if my leg's broken for that.
Man, I sure hope these injuries get better one of these days. This pain is kind of rough.
Let's see. Man, you look a little rough. Got a few injuries there.
Yeah, it was bad enough starting with 4 injuries, but then getting another one, like, that was unfortunate. I hope no one was planning to use these hot dog buns for anything, because I just ate the whole thing.
That is sad.
Just a whole package of hot dog buns. Completely plain.
That's a bachelor. That's a bachelor meal if I've ever seen one.
Orange. There's Frankfurter sausage in the fridge too. Whoops. You plan to cook that steak?
It's certainly cooking.
Is it?
Yeah, it was frozen.
The oven's not on.
What?
It's still frozen.
That is,
There you go.
Not the case for me.
Well, I turned off the oven earlier.
It's at a whopping 60% cooked for me.
Oh, that's interesting. It's not frozen anymore. Hey, my rice is done. I'm just gonna take that out of there so it doesn't keep, I don't know, doing whatever.
What's with that racist mod saying eating rice makes you unhappy? Cool.
I just hope that I hope that steak was fully cooked.
Yeah, it was for me.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, you should constantly be well fed if you are injured, because it will boost your healing rate.
Neat. Well, I've been eating a lot anyway because I need to eat a lot.
Got a hearty appetite.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I've got
No, I'm
that
gonna try
rice
steak.
for when I need to eat again next. Just gonna sit here under the bookshelves, reading a book about fishing like a nerd.
Was that not a book about farming?
Farming, that's what I meant. I'm already good at. There were other books about fishing, but I'm already awesome at that. So
You're already a fishing god.
yeah, I think my yeah, I'm a fisherman. So you know, I definitely look the part. I know.
I was gonna say, at first glance, that's definitely what I thought you were. Man. Imagine choosing to start Zomboid injured.
Yeah,
You.
seems like it's not the greatest idea, probably. Strangely enough.
There's a trait you can start with, which is like burn victim, and every single body part has a burn.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And Vanny picked that one before, and it took a while.
Why can I keep filling a water bottle? Like,
Because you automatically drink from the water bottle when it's in your inventory.
oh, cool. That's handy. And also good to know.
If you didn't have any in your inventory, you would slowly get thirsty.
Neat. That explains why I haven't been getting thirsty.
Yeah. It would have been hilarious if you were drinking from the saucepan first.
uh, why was I able to? Oh, dirty rag? What? Where'd those come from?
Oh, they're on
Oh,
the floor.
those. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Just trying to figure out why I could clean dirty rags in the saucepan in the oven, but not in the sink. I was like, but also, I don't know where they are. I'm just gonna make sure I've got plenty of means to keep myself from dying of injuries. When did I pick this up? I don't remember picking up this annotated map. And can you imagine being able to sleep?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good.
You just hanging out here up in the dark?
I'm sleeping.
Oh. Because you appear to be just standing there.
I'm just standing here, menacingly.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off again and leave you alone.
We're both just Blair Witching really hard right now.
Yeah.
What's great is if you weren't injured, it would have been day like a good 10 minutes ago.
Crazy.
But, well, my character's rested. Kind of. So if we want to head out at night, we can.
Sounds like a bad idea, but unfortunately, I'm dumb and I love bad ideas.
Bad ideas like starting with a broken leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Alright, let's go fuck him up.
Oh, I'm drowsy.
Oh, no.
Now you're drowsy.
Now you're drowsy at 3:40 in the morning.
I'm just gonna go ahead and eat a jar of marinara real quick.
That sounds horrible.
Alright, let's do this.
Just gonna drink a whole bottle of milk.
Oh. Did you leave the stove on?
Doesn't matter.
Probably.
Yeah. Left the stove on.
There is a digital watch on here for you.
Oh, I was gonna steal it, but if it's for Azza, then I won't.
It's for whoever needs it, mostly.
Well, anyway,
There's also
I
another
took
one
it.
over here.
Do we happen to have any materials for repairing a spiked baseball bat?
Depends on what you would need. You right-click on it.
Do I need all of the things it lists, or just, like,
One of
is
the
it
three.
options? Okay, so I need some sort of tape, some sort of glue, or nails to fix this thing.
Fix your nailed bat with more nails. Where is Benny? There she is.
And just walk slow, alright?
You bet.
There I go, getting the nightmare thing again.
I'm pretty sure that stems from your anxiety.
Makes sense.
Well, love when that happens.
Apparently that one doesn't exist. That's a hallucination.
Oh man. Day one of the zombie apocalypse and you're already that paranoid. I'm sorry. Day two. That's more reasonable.
Just gonna close the chat, because it's just kind of in the way.
We run back the other way, we'll actually run into town where you could, get loot.
Yeah, but there's also gonna be more zombies there.
Yeah, and you have a broken leg.
Yeah.
Man, I sure am sneaky. Walking in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Even while stealthing, we're still slightly faster than Vanny.
Yeah. Eat a butt.
I have no idea where this road goes. Actually, I think I do. Oh, hold on.
What?
If you cut across down here.
Through the woods.
Yeah,
What's the worst that could happen?
just die. It's a, train stop, I guess. Train station.
You're a train station.
What does that mean, Asa?
I don't know. Expect me to know the things I say?
I was about to say something disgusting.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of gross in here.
Who could have guessed that a public train station would be gross?
I mean, Apocalypse only started like the other day.
Yeah, but people are gross. Well, there's a fella in there.
Oh, it's also locked. Sometimes this takes a while. It'd be better if we had a fire axe.
You know, I don't think my spiked baseball bat likes doing that.
You think?
By the way, if anyone wants a hand torch,
Boink. Should we just follow the tracks?
Should we?
I don't know.
What if we get run over by a train?
I guess that would just be our fate then.
Yeah, I feel like following the tracks doesn't necessarily entail being on the tracks, but you know, you do you.
Let me just hobble a little faster.
Imagine being annoyed at a trait you picked.
I'm not annoyed at the trait. I'm just annoyed that you guys are so much faster than I am.
Oh man, I'm chilly again.
Yeah. Holy shit, it's 38 degrees out, that's probably why.
Chili with some cornbread. Delicious.
Different kind of chili, I think.
Unless.
Oh my god, you're slow.
Yeah, I got a broken leg.
Why'd you hop the fence?
I don't know, because there's a road up here, it looks like.
I mean, yeah, there is, but I don't know if Annie can hop the fence.
I can certainly try.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta drop my bag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm back.
I did it.
I guess we're going to the road. Man, I would not want to be the person with a broken leg hopping that fence.
Just, you know, try not to land on the leg.
Which way you want to go, Az? You want to go, like, northwest? You want to go east?
I don't know. This way, I guess. I don't know where anything is, so you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Is this just a big empty lot?
Hey, man, this would be a great spot to build a base.
Yeah, it would be.
Can you imagine knowing how to play the game?
Could you? If you want to spend like 10 minutes searching for some wood and stone, you can start playing Minecraft. This man just dashing into the forest.
I don't know what I'm doing. In case that wasn't clear already.
Oh, there you are.
You know, I feel like where we're at is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Also, I took off one of my bandages. No more injury there.
Nice.
Ooh.
How's your pain?
It's minor. I could sleep.
That's better than it was before. Let's head this way for no particular reason.
Hmm.
Ugh, I need to eat and I don't have any food with me.
I have some food. It's all the food I got.
I can't do this while walking. Ugh. How the heck can I not figure out how to open a can while walking?
To be fair, you have a flashlight in one hand and a pipe wrench in the other.
Listen. Stop with that. Man, this is like the good flashlight from Alan Wake 2. It's like the big chunky one. A fence.
Whoa.
Bannigan. Okay, there you are. Like
Who knew that this was here?
Man, who knew?
Little cheater.
What?
Ow! I
Nothing.
kind of
You dropped your
stumbled.
glasses in your hat.
Let me fix that real quick. That was a bad fence jump right there. Ow! I scratched my hand!
Ow!
Oh my god! Ow! Man, remember when I was down to 4 injuries?
Oh, God.
It was bleeding, too. I think? I don't need those. Didn't even mean to have those.
He might be alive still. Oh my god.
She was naked.
Sure was.
Who the fuck had a fucking gun on her?
He had a gun on him.
That's a man?
You're looking at the man.
Oh. I'm dumb.
Oh, some fresh pasta on there? A juice box! It's great, too.
I'm just gonna put these corpses outside.
Let's go eat a whole can of peaches. I thought I put that away. I don't want that.
Found a hiking bag.
Hiking bag seems like that's probably good, right?
Yeah.
Now, being that I am freshly wounded, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a pan in the oven. Make sure I can sterilize all of my injuries.
It's this is a weird line of thought at first. Like, well, now that I'm injured, I'll put a pot of water on stuff.
Oh, and you know what else I'm gonna do?
Is it sleep?
Yeah.
My man needs to sleep too, so. Imagine leaving the front door open.
There we
I was
go.
carrying the corpses outside.
Imagine leaving the windows open.
I think we're all gonna have to share one toothbrush. Sorry to say.
Ugh.
Man, what, 10 in the morning and I'm sleeping? That is too accurate.
I am sleeping too.
It's a good thing that hand injury... Wait, hold on. I have pain again. How am I sleep? I cheated the system. The pain got
Okay.
worse while I was already asleep.
Yeah. Or speeding up time.
Oh, I think I had a nightmare or something, probably. I woke up panicked.
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare.
And now I can't go back to sleep because I'm in pain.
Nice. It was an hour nap.
Man, if I didn't try to jump that fence, though. Why is there pants on the bed?
Don't
Why
worry
wouldn't
about
there
it.
be pants on the bed?
I don't know.
Look at this
'Cause
place. 3 bedrooms.
oh shoot, we got bunk beds. Wish I could sleep. Aha! It's gone back down to minor pain. I can sleep again.
Can you sleep though?
Yeah, why not?
Oh shit, alright.
I'm tired.
Oh, I see.
It's worse than when I was just slightly drowsy.
I'm just putting stuff away.
Crazy.
Man, don't you hate it when...
Yeah.
Alright.
I must sweat a lot in my sleep or something.
You are wearing, like, winter clothes.
Yeah, but isn't it, like, literally freezing out?
Well, now, it was in the morning, but now it's like 72.
Ugh. Oh, yeah, I can see the temperature right here on my digital watch.
Who keeps leaving the stove on?
Could imagine
Anyway.
it's a Zabiel.
Oh, I didn't even realize pain increases trip chance. So the pain is potentially likely the reason that I fumbled that fence jump, which led to me just getting more pain. Ugh.
Oh, I think the pasta's done.
Past.
Oh, I have neck pain now.
Where'd you sleep?
In the bunk bed.
Yeah, that'd be why.
Oh shit. Nice.
Well, I can't go back to sleep now. Guess I'm gonna, I don't know, wash up or something. Something I'm unclear on is if keeping stuff washed actually matters.
Sort of. Depends on what it is. Like, if it's your boots, I don't think it matters. Like, if you got, like, a cut or something, and you're, like, bloody or dirty.
Yeah, like the infection spreads through blood, right?
Yeah.
So in theory.
In theory. How's everyone's tiredness?
You know, I'm tired.
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm drowsy.
And all of it is just so out of sync.
I feel like that's how it'd be in real life, too.
Yeah.
That's how it is. What do I mean, how it'd be?
Oh, Dr. Harlem's boots. Hey Alex, guess what we have?
What's up?
A VHS of the Dog Goblin. But we don't have a TV.
Oh. Why do they have VHSs but they don't have a TV?
Well, get dunked on.
Oh, thanks, that answers the question.
Yes.
Sure does.
You guys want to head out and loot?
Hell yeah. We still got 3 more VHSs of Dog Goblin to find.
You're a goblin.
Yes.
Did someone just drop maps on the floor? Oh no, that. Those are your annotations.
Yeah, I think I saw the option on something to copy annotations, and then I did that, and then I realized it was in my inventory, and so I just threw it on the ground.
Let's wait for the goblin to come out.
I'm dropping shit in the chests. Crates. Whatever.
Just replacing the bandage on my hand that I scratched on the fence. At least it's not bleeding anymore.
Gotta find us one of them vans. That'd be nice. Should I bring some pasta with us?
No, I think we'll be fine.
Should I bring us a little snack? Well, anyways, I need to eat for sure.
Man, speaking of eating, if you're gonna do that, I should... Because I just now became hungry.
Might as well eat something before you leave.
Well, it took
There.
a while, but I broke into the shed.
Nice. Oh, hard hat.
Just gonna wear the safety goggles.
Oh, my bunny ears.
Oh, nails! Heck yeah.
I am no longer a bunny, but I am protected.
Imagine not being cool and wearing a cowboy hat.
Listen.
I've got a tool belt.
Nice. You are a tool.
Wow,
Haha. Haha.
rude.
Doesn't hurt to have another pipe wrench. Actually, let me grab this. And, you know, maybe this. Because, being a little bit over-encumbered never hurt anyone, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It can drain your health if you're too over encumbered.
That's fine.
Well, we're leaving without you.
I'm going. Where'd you go? Whoops. Didn't want to drop that.
Let's engage in some bullying. Damn, she dodged.
Lamau.
Man, I could sure go for a backpack.
Well, we might find one.
You could be like Vanny and just hold a trash bag.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I'm getting, like, super tired. So I guess you two have to go on without me.
Weren't you fine like a minute ago?
I was. Which is why I'm so concerned that I'm now at, like, level 3 tired.
You take like vitamins or something?
No?
Do you drink alcohol?
Yes.
That would be why.
I see. I had 1 beer.
Apparently you're just a lightweight.
Apparently. Well, I guess at least I can go and organize shit at the house.
Oh no, it's the default setting
Yeah.
to leave her home. Dump everything on her.
Yeah, I finished organizing just for you two to come back home with a whole bunch of loot.
You know, something tells me wearing that high visibility vest wouldn't be a good idea.
Good thing I have like a million nails to repair my bat. Now I don't need any other weapons.
I think eventually like it's less effective.
Ah! We don't know that.
I didn't go too bad.
I gotta replace my red watch with the black watch.
Of course. What's the point in living if you're not wearing all black?
Man, that guy just quit. Just didn't even try.
Yeah. Welcome to Smokies.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's locked. Man.
Yeah, sure could take some hits.
They're just built different in Kentucky.
Anyway.
Give me a second.
Cool, I just got an error. I just noticed at the bottom right of my screen. Don't know what it means, but... Oh shoot, they got like a whole... like, loft
Platform
situation?
There you go, Wes. A gun case.
I found a house key. That sounds fun. I'm just eating some marshmallows.
Yo, a tin of caviar.
I'm gonna eat more graham crackers. There we go. Well fed on graham crackers and marshmallows.
An MRE packet.
Nice.
Strangely enough, those graham crackers and marshmallows didn't really last very long.
Crazy.
Let's just wash it all down with a bottle of syrup.
Mm. You know, I don't know if eating a whole bottle of syrup is like the greatest for you.
Oh, what's the worst that could happen?
Diabetic coma?
Well, it's a good thing we're in a video game.
A
Maybe.
video game that's very anal about it.
It's true.
My man's very tired. How's your character doing?
Ridiculously tired.
You want to take a nap?
Yeah, probably.
Let's take a nap. I'll just lock the door behind us. We'll be fine.
That's probably a good idea. I didn't even consider any of that.
Well, I can't lock these ones, but I'm sure the one I broke down I could have locked.
Just, you know, throw a table in front of it or something.
Throw your body there.
Hey, my pain went away. I think I might also be less unhappy now. Yeah, I'm getting happier by sleeping. That makes sense.
Good morning. See what they got playing on my favorite TV channel.
Good lord. You ever just eat a bag of brown sugar?
Can't say I have personally.
Uh,
Don't know if I'd want to.
Man, I am stuffed.
I bet you are after eating a whole bag of brown sugar. Ready to get back to it?
Yeah, probably.
It's raining out.
Well, good thing we have hats and coats.
That's a good point. Slight wind chill.
There's a winter coat in there. if it gets too cold at some point. Folks, we're here to steal your cars. Plus one long blunt. Nice.
Ah, that is another thing. I turned up the experience gain. Because as fun as taking several years to get good at something is, I think it's a bit much for a game. There's nothing in this one. What about this fan? It's locked.
There was a wrench in the trunk of that hatchback that I could open the back of, but not anything else, apparently. Did I mention it's a hatchback?
Looks more like the station wagon.
You're a station wagon. I mean, it's the same thing. It's a single compartment. That's the part that matters. Got a first aid kit.
Damn. Holy sh... That's a warehouse right there.
That seems handy.
Warehouses usually have things in them.
Oh,
We got things and stuff and whatnot.
T-boys?
I was briefly confused by what was happening.
A couple maps on this lady.
Oh, neat.
Oh, a dehydrated meat stick.
Nice.
A Slim Jim, if you will.
You want some animal print underpants?
Hell
Yeah, why not?
That lady's got it.
Just want to point out, that man was only in his boxers and a t-shirt in the bathroom.
Huh.
Man, a lot of these people had granola bars on them. A burger? You want the burger? Burger
You know,
wasn't on the zombie, you don't have to worry about that part.
take a burger.
It's in the fridge.
I am moderate exertion. I'm carrying too much shit. Let's drop. I didn't want to drop all of those.
A machete. I'll take that. I don't think there's a more iconic, like, zombie killing thing.
Maybe I don't need 4 bottles of water. Do you want some bottles of water?
I have one big bottle of water.
I'm just gonna put this one down and let's see. Let's drop the one that does 7. Keep the ones that do 10. Oh, do I have a screwdriver already? I do not.
think I'll drop the meat cleaver for the machete.
I just need to have a whole bowl of guacamole real quick.
It's very understandable. Don't have to explain yourself to me.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize I could put my can opener on my tool belt.
Nice. I definitely need bleach if you guys find any out there.
It's ridiculous that my tool belt can't hold duct tape.
A wood axe, that'll come in handy. Some glue.
I already had those. Whoops. Oh. Let's just replace them with this. What this?
I don't know if it'll go very good with your aesthetic that you got going on, but...
Well, there's...
It's a
kind
fun
of
problem
disagreeing
with
with my hat, but, you know... we'll make it work.
Propane Torch, that's handy.
Propane Torch?
Yeah.
I found one of those.
Well, you need more than one, so get used up pretty quick.
Neat. I am just a pit for food. What better way to round off eating a fresh apple than a whole bottle of mustard?
Oh, jelly donut? Yoink.
Oh.
Handy.
I think I've gotten just about everything in the house sorted.
Turns out the machete is actually pretty good. Who would have thunk?
Well, I found a weapon that I think I prefer better because I got the whole Gordonite thing. So I gotta use a crossbow. Jesus Christ. Crowbar!
I also need to use a crowbow.
How dare you?
Head back for a bit.
Yeah, right.
Drop some junk off for Benny to sort.
I found some potato and strawberry seeds.
I got some wheat.
In
Grain.
case you want to figure out what to do with that. I also brought the Louisville and Martridge map. I think there was another map in the shed as well for another region.
Imagine wearing briefs.
Man, one of these people needs to have a backpack for me.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Like, we're in the middle of, like, what, Kentucky or whatever? How does everybody not have a backpack?
So the secret to survival, right, is to be where the zombies aren't.
Neat.
For example, a farmhouse.
But what if instead... Man, you keep, like, teleporting, like, 10 feet ahead.
I apologize for...
Like, I see you
Being so
stop,
bad.
like, turn around, and then you're 10 feet ahead of me. Or 10 feet ahead of where you were.
Huh.
I don't know where I am. Alright, they did it again. And again. And again.
Oh, right, man.
I didn't realize I was hanging out with a fucking Super Saiyan.
Don't reveal my secret, please.
Just gonna... I'm not gonna sprint at it and hurt myself again.
No, you wouldn't do that. Oh, so it's over here.
And there I go getting nightmares again.
Are you, like, super stressed?
Probably.
And it's read some books. Read a book!
Hi. Just plop them anywhere, I guess.
Alright.
Man, look at all these gas cans we've got. Would have been 2 more, except I just had them in my inventory and I left them at the warehouse because it was too much.
And here's where you dump.
I guess I can't. You good?
Yeah?
You just
Why wouldn't I be?
shoving me for some reason?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That Akron place looks nice.
Where was that?
Just above us. I say just above us, that's probably it's a couple days journey if you go there by foot. How you doing, Vanny?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing alright. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, Asa?
you know, having a can of corned beef after eating a lime.
Ooh, sliced beets. Just eat all of those. Leave zero chance for anyone to make borscht. Right there? You taking a bath?
Yeah, just right in the kitchen sink. I'm washing all my clothes, actually. There's a lot of blood on this stuff.
Yeah.
I can't have that.
Seems to happen a lot in this game for some reason.
Can't imagine why. I figure I'm already drenched from the rain, so... Not really making it any worse, right?
Fair enough.
And now, I take a bath in the kitchen sink. While fully dressed.
Man, when you're all covered in blood and then you just come out all clean, it's real nice. It looks like your jacket has a big hole in the middle of your chest. If you actually go in your inventory and right-click and hit inspect,
So it does.
mine has a hole in the right forearm and the groin.
I can probably fix those.
Man, my fingerless gloves have a hole in the right hand. I wonder why. Definitely has nothing to do with the fact that my right hand was, I guess, like, impaled on a picket fence earlier. Man, are these injuries gone yet?
Oh, you can remove your bandages and then you'll play.
Okay, my hand's good. Forearm's good. I don't even know what happened to my neck. Neck's good.
I
Alright.
think that's an injury you started with.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, what it was. Saw on some of the others it was, like, full-on lacerations and whatnot.
You know what's really good for you is like a deep wound right to the neck. You definitely don't bleed out in a matter of seconds when that happens.
Yeah, it's scary.
That bowl of pasta has been there for a day since before we arrived.
Yeah, I think I might have more than enough bandages. I'm just gonna keep my bandages, 4 of them, and then leave the sterilized rags behind.
Well, the pasta is fresh cooked now, but it's also it'd make you very upset.
Make you real sad.
But we have marinara.
That's a good point. Maybe we should try adding it.
Add marinara. Marinara pasta. Unhappiness plus 20. I made it worse?
Maybe because it's not hot.
Man,
Fair, cold marinara is kind of gross. So. Well, now it's just burning.
Sure is.
You made it. You made it -2 better.
All right, fantastic. I'm pro chef.
I'm gonna put this here. I'm just gonna dump this on the ground.
On the ground.
Yeah.
Rude.
Whoever made that was a horrible chef. Or maybe it's because it was there for like a year and a half.
Why do we have seeds in the kitchen cabinet?
That's for the farm.
In the kitchen cabinet, though?
Yeah. Where else am I gonna put it?
I don't know.
Out of curiosity, how mad would this make you? Oh god.
Bean soup with salt. Why was this gun just in the shed?
What gun?
Because it's a weapon. I
Is-
put it in.
This M9 pistol with 11 rounds in it?
Because guns are terrible. They're not terrible. They just attract zombies. Because they're loud.
I grabbed it because I thought maybe there'll be a time for it.
You know, just be careful with you if you right-click that.
What do you mean?
If you right-click the gun in your inventory, just be careful with the bottom option.
Oh! Yeah, that could be hazardous.
I'll tell you what, it's great if you're infected, though. Bean soup with salt.
Nice. Alright.
Get me a bowl of that.
I'm agitated and severely depressed.
Man. You want to cure that depression, have some of this bean soup. Oh, I'm so full I couldn't eat another bite. There's still some left if anyone wants to eat some bean soup. I just want you to know that is just an entire bag of dried black beans with a sprinkling of salt.
I forgot what I'm reading. Masonry for beginners. You know, just in case.
Well, any book that you can read, you should, because it doubles your XP.
You're a double XP.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Oh, I didn't use all the marinara. I've still got.
Well, that's why it made us sad.
Saw it in my inventory. I still have marinara. Would have made all the difference. It would have been like the best pasta.
If you used all of it, I wouldn't have to dump it on the floor. I find it hilarious how the books and like comics and all that are consumable.
Yeah, you just eat them.
As if you can't have like a favorite comic book or book that you want to keep reading. That's not a thing.
No.
Who would want to read the same book twice? They're ridiculous.
Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. Got this jar of marinara in my inventory.
Oh god! Why don't you come eat this bean soup?
Is it gonna make me more depressed or agitated?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. We'll see.
What about if I gave you some popcorn? Here, this will make you less sad for real, though.
Do you mean to give that to Ezza?
Yeah, but you can take it too.
Oh, no, give it to Ezza.
Well, too late now. Everyone's standing in one square. I can't click. Be less sad.
Oh, nice.
Interestingly, there's a propane torch in this sewing kit.
Yeah. I don't think that's how
Hmm.
sewing works, but, you know, alright.
There's also some maps and nails. I think someone used this as storage.
Oh shit, that's where all my stuff went.
Man,
I was wondering why some things disappeared.
can you imagine just throwing cans on the ground like a monster?
Yeah, I can. Because it was me.
You horrible little creature.
I'll just have you pick up after me, it's fine. So, pro tip. Bandages are all not made equal. Like, actual bandage has, like, double the healing power that a rag does.
Oh shit.
I assumed that might be the case, so I just left all my rags in the box and kept the bandages that I started with.
Like, dirty rags have 0 bandage power. So, like, as soon as it gets dirty, it doesn't heal you anymore.
Doesn't heal you anymore, and it's a bad thing to keep on you? Crazy.
I could have thunk, huh?
Man, I would absolutely read these fishing books, except I am the champion at fishing, so...
Fucking brag about it.
Yeah, maybe I will. In fact, I just did.
Yeah. You did.
Anyway.
What did you do with that hand axe? No particular reason.
I put it away in the shed.
You would put it where it makes sense.
Yeah, I would, and I did.
Man, I kind of wish that warehouse had a holster. Just conveniently. Whoa!
Me too.
Discord Reactive seems to have an issue. So I'm
Yeah,
just
it
gonna
would
hide
seem
that
that
real
way.
quick.
Huh.
Just gonna hide that for the moment.
Man,
Just-
the screen's so empty without it.
Kinda is, yeah. Let me see if I can fix this real quick.
Where were you when Reactive had a heart attack?
I just have to refresh these real quick. And then I can bring them back on. There we go. Now, all these books I've been reading, let's just put them back on the shelf. I just missed that one. Man, I sure did read a lot.
Imagine reading.
Crazy to even think about it.
Really is, huh? I made a campfire.
Nice.
Neat.
I don't know why I did it, but I did. Yo, if I sit right next to the campfire, he puts his hands up to warm him. Ain't that neat?
We got almost 8 hours of fuel in there.
Yeah, it's all the way to 6 in the morning. Now, how do I put it out? Oh, there you go. I think we should go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fully just face planted. Good thing my my welding mask stayed on. The hat and glasses. Somehow the glasses fell off underneath the mask, but
That kind of makes sense in a way.
let me sleep. Alright, I guess I don't get to sleep there. I'll just steal this bed instead. What are you up to?
Ripping clothes?
In the middle of the night?
Yeah?
Yeah, go to sleep, nerd.
I would if Azza would stop being in my way.
Well, I'm asleep, so
Stop being in my way.
I don't know how.
Sorry, my bad. I hit my fucking push to talk button, and apparently that woke me up.
Because your push to talk button is the same button to move around. Or look around.
Yeah. Whack me?
Yeah, maybe. Can't wait to wake up and just eat everything in the kitchen.
But what if there's nothing in the kitchen?
Well, I'll eat the kitchen itself.
That's commitment. Good morning.
So I found something in one of the side rooms. There was a hard hat in this dresser.
That was mine.
Well, I put it on because I found it.
I made you a gift.
What?
I made you a heckin' gift, and you just don't even care.
What gift?
I made you a gift. It's on
Prove
the
it.
bed.
Oh.
Oh.
Jeez. Hey! Ah! Hey! Dang it, I need scissors.
What the hell, man? Oh. Hit G. I dare you.
I'm good. Ow.
That's what it's like to bully someone.
Hope no one is really looking forward to eating these sardines.
I
And
don't
if
think
you
most
were-
people look forward to eating sardines.
If you were, I really gotta wonder. You know, just in general, like, about like you and what your whole deal is.
If you had a saucepan with oil and and a dead rat covered in batter, you could make fried rat.
Disgusting.
Mmm, delicious.
Man, my favorite. Ah!
I mean, whose favorite isn't fried rat?
I can have it on my back.
It's kind of like in your shoulder, though.
A little bit.
You boys gonna go out today?
We should, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
But also, it feels like you're telling us to get the hell out, and that makes me angry.
Well, I'm going too.
Well, with my new equipment setup, if I ever need a rest, I just lean my head slightly to the right, and it's just perfect.
First off, I gotta do a thing like right here.
Yep.
Right in the middle of the yard?
Yeah. Anyways, that's all. The fucking pillow on your back is so... The way it wiggles.
Can you stop teleporting?
No.
Alright.
I wish I could. I wish I knew what was causing it.
Did I hear a turkey?
You might have.
Is your leg still broken? Jeez.
Yeah, it takes a good long while for like to heal.
Man, get over
Should
it
ask
already.
after 3 days. Is your leg still broken?
Just, you know, get better already.
Just get good.
You know why it's still broken? You haven't signed your cast.
Yeah. Are we not friends?
Listen. What's on your head right now?
Your hat.
Uh... Man, can you imagine knowing your way around this place?
We only do because we've lived here for a while.
Yeah, a good long while.
And then we died.
Well, that'll happen. Well,
Ow. That one looked pretty bad.
oh, they dropped maggots. I was wondering what that was. Oh.
Imagine being dead and having maggots in you.
I don't want to.
I can't blame you for not wanting to.
Oh, DIY crafting for idiots. That must be for me.
Jukebox! Doesn't work. That's
Oh, a dead
disappointing.
mouse.
Whoa. A dead mouse?
There's a dead mouse
Oh,
and a dead rat by the ATM.
Nice! That's good eating!
Just creep in through a different window.
Yeah. Fresh pasta dough.
Teabags.
Yeah, I'm not really like the cook here though, so I'm gonna put this apron back in the cupboard.
Oh, can I drink the whole bottle of vodka? I can make a vodka martini. You guys want some vodka martinis?
Hell yeah.
Why is there ground beef not stored in any kind of... It's just in the cupboard here. Heathens.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Poor food safety.
Don't mind if I do.
Hell yeah.
You know, martini glass isn't that big. Why is this taking me so long?
Because it's vodka, and you're a bitch.
That makes sense. There's a pool table. Not super usable without any of the necessary components of pool, though.
Like the balls.
Yeah.
Man, a dead rat gives a lot of hunger back. I'm gonna put that in my backpack. Save it for a rainy day.
I'm angry.
Me too.
Am I an angry drunk? Is that what's just happened?
I think we're both angry, Travis.
I'm angry and a little sad. I'm just a mess of emotions right now.
Irritated.
Understandable.
You're a bit narked off. Holy. I thought I was zombies there. I don't remember them being that many there.
We need to figure out where this house is that I have a key for.
Might take a while. Well, imagine that person's from out of town, too.
Oh,
Might want to back up.
if I just one-tap all these zombies, apparently I'm fine.
I'm just running home. I got stuff to put away in the fridge.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. It seems like the most useful stuff that was there is all the food.
The alcohol is good, too, if you have, like, the bourbon. It's a disinfectant.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, sick. Granola bar.
Oh, man. You know what's even better than those? The protein bars. You can also get protein shakes.
Nice.
That's a
How do you
big group.
get on the roof of this place?
By using the stairs, I would imagine.
Is there stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even notice. Oh, shoot. There's more stuff up here. Office-y stuff.
There's lots more stairs.
Really struggling to grab this lighter. There we go. I found scissors to add to my tool belt.
Oh shit, I need those.
I wouldn't recommend running up here and holding E.
Why is that?
Did you just take that?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I want a plastic chair?
You know, you make a good point. But
Take it
also, why
home.
would you?
You know, just for fun. Don't mind me just eating a couple bags of chips. All in one go.
Mind me eating a slice of pie. Have another martini. Just saying.
Why is this considered a fancy hanging sink?
This is Kentucky.
Wow.
Sorry for the low-hanging fruit there. Where did that horde of zombies go that was right there?
Yeah.
They're in the trees now. This is someone's backyard if you want to hop in there. Or hop this fence and go to, like, this warehouse thing. You're right there?
Listen, I got over in the end, that's all that matters.
Fair enough.
Secure storage. Listen, pal. Back off.
Oh, a dumbbell and fitness contraption. A dumbbell's actually handy for strength training.
Neat.
These are all locked. That's a garage in front of us. Not this one, but the one across this fence.
You're across a fence.
Wow. You're like a mile away from them for me.
Riverside and Rosewood maps. think I've seen either of those yet. You having fun there?
No. I'll go, bro. Well, alright then. Hope it doesn't have an alarm.
I found a solution, alright? Also, I don't know nothing about no alarms, so, it's fine.
There is. How dare they not have anything in the mini fridge?
Yeah, right?
I'll take those potatoes. There's no more versatile of food than a potato. Found a fire extinguisher.
Well, I've got a seed bag just jam-packed with seeds now.
I made a spear.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll come back for this another time. Taking up a lot of inventory capacity.
Yeah, this is the mechanic shop.
I wasn't expecting that person to stand up.
Yeah, they'll get you that way.
I'll take their vitamins, though. I am very tired, probably from carrying that chair around all day.
Yeah, probably. Imagine hauling a plastic chair just all day. Is that you? No. How you doing?
You know.
Tired enough to head back?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you should then. Well, considering my guy is now ridiculously tired. Minus 95% melee damage. There's a generator. I'll have to come back for that, because those are really, really heavy. It's my ripper, don't touch it.
I wouldn't even think of it. I was too busy with the cat food. It helps with the carrying capacity.
Shit.
A lot of folks over that way.
A lot of folks up there now, too.
Sure is.
Oh, they're shuffling towards us. I think we're fine. As long as none of us suddenly passes out or anything for being too tired.
I mean, how could that possibly happen? And to grab both of those. Just in case. Oh boy.
Yeah, I made the spear out of a shovel.
Well, what else would you make a spear out of? I mean, that's just how spears work.
You think I can use the shovel spear as a shovel still? It's a very ineffective shovel. How many zombie kills you got?
I don't know. Where do I find that?
If you click the heart on the far left, there's info.
37.
61.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'll come back for this later.
That damn chair.
It's very important, okay? But also,
Literally.
carrying it was physically harming me. I was at almost double capacity.
I need to stop eating so much. Holy hell. I started out at 80 weight and I'm up to 84 and it keeps raising.
Yeah, I was at 82 earlier, now I'm at 88.
Damn! Oh, pro tip, if you really need to haul ass, left alt is your sprint button.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I can't even walk fast.
No.
Basically, I've done everything wrong.
Should be like Vanny that one time where she carried so much for so long that she broke her legs.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, I mean, I think the chair was getting there with me.
That's the true definition of like a pack rat.
I mean, I feel like part of the problem I have is, I don't know, like, just my clothes and stuff must be too heavy. Because with, like, nothing but my clothes and my crowbar and, I don't know, bandages, I was at, like, 9 out of 12.
Huh. Well, the crowbar weighs a lot. But yeah, some of the clothes weigh more than I feel like they should.
Yeah. Well, at least if I pass out and die, and, you know, I'll be in the yard at least.
If you're gonna die, do it right next to the toilet.
Oh, you know what? I didn't think about the weight of my tool belt. That probably... Yeah, a tool belt's heavy as fuck.
I've been making food.
I'm gonna eat that food you made.
I hope so.
Vegetable soup with salt.
I'm just gonna empty my
I don't
tool
think
belt.
that was finished cooking.
It wasn't. I
Good. Put it back.
already did. I'm gonna go sleep this inevitable food poisoning off. Can't believe you just fed me raw food.
Well, at least that's one of the things that isn't dangerous uncooked. There's 2 things in here with raw pork in it. So,
Good night.
Just gonna slowly walk up the stairs. Even emptying out my tool belt, I'm still pretty heavy.
did you bring back the scissors?
Yeah, I threw them in the box.
Nice.
Maybe I should put this gun down. It's kind of heavy.
Yeah, guns weigh a lot.
Weighs almost as much as the crowbar. When, unequipped. Oh man, now I'm just a little sad. Now I'm not even that. I'm just hungry.
Oh, there's food in the fridge. I made a soup, a stew, and a roast.
I feel like I should put this martini away. I slept with it in my pocket. Soup. I put the dead rat in there to be cooked.
Disgusting.
Man, I had some of the stew, and I am full to bursting. Anyway, here's your gun back. It's too heavy for me. I don't think I'm ever going to use this pencil. And you know what? This flashlight weighs a lot, too.
Oh man.
Man, we gotta find a microwave. How else are we gonna eat the pizza rolls?
Pizza rolls?
This game needs pizza rolls. If it doesn't have them, that's blasphemy.
It really is. Well, let's go find some pizza rolls.
Yeah, right.
Freshly fed, time to get pizza rolls.
Not just freshly fed, full to bursting. Well, well fed now, but you know, once upon a time.
Being well fed and full to bursting is actually a blessing because you get +2 carry weight.
Yeah. That's why I was just desperate for food when we were out there. That's why I ate cat food.
Ugh.
It's better than dog food, apparently. I don't know about in this game, but like in real life, I guess.
Yeah, in theory, cat food has everything you need to stay alive, like all your vitamins and shit.
It's also like tuna and chicken.
And dog food, I guess, is just like, what, a lot of empty calories or something. I don't know how food science works, so I don't even fully know what that means. I just
It's
kind of
just a lot of filler.
yeah, I just kind of eat food, so I don't I'm too dumb to think about how food works. How's my crowbar doing? My crowbar is doing fantastic. Does my trait make the crowbar also last longer?
What trait would that be?
The Gordonite?
Oh man,
Higher critical hit chance, increased base damage.
my character's considered overweight now.
How do you know if it's overweight?
If you go to your
Oh.
info tab.
So am I.
It's 5 days into the apocalypse, and we bulked up pretty good.
Yeah, that stew really did a number on me. I obviously had to go for the stew. I mean, it's stew. Come on.
I think that was a beer stew with a whole bunch of pork and vegetables in it.
This pillow is ridiculous.
It really is.
Just-
I wonder if that's adding any weight to you.
About half one. The pillow is 0.56.
Turns out the range on a shovel spear isn't very good.
That seems like it should be good at range. Man, now if we just found some place that had gas, we got all the cans for it and everything. I think we got like, what, 6 or 8 of them now?
6, yeah.
Well, I know where one is, but it's not very fun to get to right now.
I thought about leaving the pillow behind, but that just didn't seem right to do. Plus
Me
one
too.
long blunt.
I mean, who would leave their pillow behind, right?
Exactly. Man, I just need a backpack. Desperately.
Take the case off the pillow and use that.
Oh, that one just stopped. Just didn't even try to survive. Oh, God,
Aw.
really? What I'm
Buddy.
like double carrying capacity and horribly exhausted, I can do that jump just fine.
But now you're overweight.
That's true, now I'm overweight.
Binked, man.
Man, I can't believe someone forced us to be overweight.
Forced you at gunpoint. Yeah.
No, we did have a gun. So there was a gun involved. A butter knife? No way. Oh, beta blockers, though. I'll help you reduce panic.
Neat.
Holdy.
Hold on. There we go.
You right there, man?
There's a dirty bandage in that dumpster. It's practically treasure.
Like, bandage?
Yeah, it said dirty bandage, I think.
I mean, that is practically treasure.
Yeah, dirty bandage.
Doomsday Survivor, blunt weapons.
That's probably good. Oh, pliers? Sounds like that's made from a tool belt. Because I don't think I had pliers yet.
There are some fingerless gloves there.
I've already got those. Obviously, I started with fingerless gloves.
Az! He has a backpack!
Who? Oh, I see him! Good lord.
Finally got you a backpack.
Nice.
Try to feel him. Go this way. Oh shit. Yeah. Let's check out the buffet.
They smash the glass and then just immediately forget about it.
Cover me. What the fuck?
Alright.
Alright, we have sterilized bandages now.
Nice.
Neat.
Made a whole bunch of those.
Slot. I mean, it was unrefrigerated, so I don't know about taking it home.
I mean, salami is a cured meat, right? Should be fine.
That's fair. How about some, in quotes, fresh gravy?
Hmm.
Ooh, fresh apple pie, though. Oh man, I'm trying to lose weight.
Alright, so here's the thing. I stole the microwave. Because we don't... No, I'm good. I've got a backpack now, so...
Oh, alright.
It's not even full.
You want a TV?
Yeah, it's the apocalypse. You gotta loot a TV.
Oh, the laundromat is thoroughly open now.
Map of camping grounds.
I think maybe we check out the laundromat and then head back and then maybe call it there for now.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, see if the laundromat's got a TV. Oh god, that one was like crawling fucking light speed.
You could bring back clothes for me. Then I can make more bandages.
I mean, they got a washer and dryer.
Shoot.
Wait.
Huh.
My
20,
favorite
Jesus.
Is that a friend of yours? It looks like it'd be a friend of yours.
It's atrocious that they don't have a TV in the laundromat.
It really is.
Like, you ever been to a laundromat?
Yeah. Actually, the one I've been to, it doesn't have a TV either.
Shoot, one of the ones near where I live has like arcade machines even. Pretty sure, anyway. It's been a while. I don't often go to the laundromat. Jesus, all the blood.
Yeah. So we're going home now, right?
Yeah, I think it's time to go home.
I would like to see if any of these vehicles work real quick.
I'm gonna check out the station wagon back here. I'm gonna take these, even though they're not what I was looking for. I can't seem to get into the station wagon at all.
Looks like none of these cars work. What about this white one? Oh, we're unlocked.
Alright. Oh, shit.
Get in.
Man, look at us go. Zooming.
A lot faster than I'd be on foot.
Do you know the way home?
Yes. Put the chair in the trunk.
Wait. Stop.
Put the chair in the trunk.
Chair, where the fuck did you go? There we go.
I'll admit, it's not in great condition.
I mean, anything's better than nothing, right?
When it comes to a car, I guess.
And, you know, we got books on mechanics stuff, so, you know, got books on mechanics stuff and a ton of tools.
Mechanics is actually the worst to level up.
Well, even better that we have books for it, then.
Welcome home.
Is it gonna be a lawn chair? Is it gonna be like over here?
Let's see.
You could put it right by the campfire. Campfire chair?
I could. I mean, it's the most versatile kind of chair. A plastic chair. There we go. Now, I also brought you a bunch of food things.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna start throwing stuff that seems like should be refrigerated in the fridge, like this meat and such.
I almost put some bleach in there.
Yeah, don't forget that there's also freezers in the fridge. You can put things in there too.
I also got you a baking pan and a muffin tray because they were there. I'll put
I have a
them
brewski.
here with the baking tray that you've got. And you know what else I got?
What?
Can I put it somewhere?
If you right click, you can place item.
Why is it not letting me? Where is it gone? Here.
What are you looking for?
Unpack. The microwave.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, if you right click that, you can hit place item.
Place item. Okay. If you want to move it, that's fully on you. I apparently have to.
I think you put it outside.
Let's not do that. There we go.
Nice.
I also have a. Or did I already drop off the pouch of seeds? I must have already dropped that off. Okay. I also found a plastic cutting board. I don't know if that's important. Probably shouldn't put that in the oven. Not the oven. Where do you got the, some
Looks like
salt?
under the microwave.
Yeah, I just tried to take basically the entire kitchen of that place. So... Like, I had just gotten a backpack, I was, like, overwhelmed with power.
I can make a bowl of cereal.
Yeah. And if you give me all your clothes, I can patch them up for you.
You want all my clothes, huh? Is this just a way to get me naked?
Maybe.
Alright.
I can't promise to patch up all of them, but I'll do what I can.
Ugh.
Don't get too excited now.
Let's see, that's still good. My socks are good.
I just threw everything on the floor.
There we go.
Alright.
My pants and my boots and my hard hat. that was all fine.
I'm just gonna go sit in the living room and patch all this up then.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good haul. I finally got a backpack. My pillow still being my trusty pillow on my shoulder. Just thinking if I had a second one with the way it's positioned on this backpack, if I could do a second one on the other side, it would be perfect. I don't think you can. But then I'd just have a full panel of pillow on my back. You just doing squats in the kitchen naked?
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, that's I think that's 3 hours. That's gonna be about it. I don't know. Is this Zomboid Zuesdays?
I mean, I do enjoy Zomboid.
Like, if you guys want to make it like a regular thing, I'm there's no more satisfactory Tuesday for the time being, at least. So, Zomboid Zuesday would be a way to replace that. So maybe, yeah, we'll probably keep this up. We'll see how long. Who knows? But yeah, that's gonna be it. Everyone who's been in chat, everyone watching, everyone. Ow! Stop it. Anyone checking out the VOD, thank you guys for coming by. Appreciate you guys and those in the chat as well. It's good having people talking. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Have a good one.
Goodbye.